Brought to you by Alman Auctions, the worldwide leader in antique tractor auctions.
Well, here at the 21st Annual Appalachian Antique Farm Show, they've got every tractor you could think of from A to Z. And that's exactly what you brought, Frank Loveland, is a Minneapolis Moline Z. Tell us about it.
Actually, the tractor came from Montana, and the people that we bought it from ranched out there, and they had like 2,000 acres that they had ranch. And they somehow or another they moved this tractor to Florida when they moved down there to the new ranch, and that's where we found it at. It'd been sitting for about 20 years in Montana, and it sat for about 11 years in Florida, and we finally found it. But we went over to help a gentleman pull it out of the barn. He had 3 tractors in the barn. He couldn't get started, so we got the other 2 pulled out, but this one wouldn't pull. It just slid. So we had to find a new rear end, and there wasn't too many places around, so we called welders in Missouri, and they have quite a few Minneapolis parts. And we went out there and picked it up, and we brought it back to Sebring. We have a little shop. We got it all together and got it running after about 30-something years, you know. So we was really tickled. So then we took it home to North Carolina and tore it all apart again and started in repainting. We did the sandblasting and the painting. All that took another month and a half or so, but we finally got it done. We had a show in Portland, Indiana that featured Minneapolis. So I was really in a hurry to get that done the 3rd week of August. So we got down there. I think it was 183 or 140 tractors, and this was the only one on the fairground, so that really made me smile. Being that particular model. There was some Z's, but not the ZTS's. And I've never seen a real one. I've got pictures of them, but they're just not available.
This one came from Minneapolis Moline back in 1941. It is a ZTS. Tell us what the TS meant and what this tractor was used for.
ZTS means tractor standard, and they just used it for hay and raking and stuff. It wasn't quite big enough to bale with, but they did a lot of raking and cutting hay. The steering wheel on is kind of special. They made these in '39, and they got into the war years, and they didn't have the steel, so this is actually a cast iron wheel. They built them from '39 to '43 or '44 with the cast iron wheels on.
There's a lot of old iron and steel on this tractor. It's pretty beefy.
You wouldn't believe it. Everybody said that we had a kind of a little quarter bet here and there with the thing, and they said that they figured it'd be over 4,000 pounds, but it actually weighs 3,670 pounds. We run it on the scales down there when they're pulling at the flywheel part.
So for a farmer back in 1941, if he wanted to go farming, you think a ZTS would be a pretty good choice, and why?
It's a mid-sized tractor, and you can do a lot of little work and a lot of mid work with it, but when you come to heavy work, you might need just a little bit bigger tractor. One thing I didn't add, these tires are the original tires, 1941 tires on it. And they kind of show it, but I didn't want to change them because I like to keep everything original. 6-volt generator and the whole 9 yards, you know.
What's your favorite thing about the ZTS? What stands out?
Well, the color, I guess, the main thing. A lot of people say, boy, that's a really pretty different color, you know. And it's fun to drive. It's got a hand clutch on it. It's got a 5-speed transmission, which is before its time. Most of them was 3 and 4.
So Frank, I know you do like Prairie Gold. You think the ZTS is kind of a showstopper?
I think it is, and I've get a lot of comments on it, people that have never seen one before. They've seen some Z models, but they've not seen the ZTS. And the reason that, it's got the white front end on it. And the fenders are something special. I've never seen anything quite like it, you know. And this is the only model, the ZTS from 39 to 43 or 44s, that has that.
All right, Frank Loveland from Hendersonville, North Carolina. He brought the ZTS across the mountain. He's here at the show waving the flag from Minneapolis Moline. Collectors sometimes